Jamily? This is JamiroFan2000 here with yet another episode of the Jamiroquai Minute, all the latest Jamiroquai news in less than 1 minute. And my goodness, it has been a month since my last news roundup episode here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel. So this is going to be a news roundup for the months of probably early July to now, which would be probably early to mid-August. So let's get right into it. As we all know, Jamiroquai played the Boardmasters Festival out in Watergate Bay in Newquay, UK yesterday out in Cornwall, and gave it an amazing show. Not to mention there were a few surprises via social media of a spotting of former Jamiroquai bassist Stuart Zender attending the Boardmasters Festival, and a lot of friends on the front row wearing JK paper masks. And as I jokingly said on social media, I called it a bad case, an outbreak of J-itis. But everyone had a great time. Sorry to say this gig was not live streamed on Facebook, but I'm sure some fan recordings from the gig will be starting to emerge online, most notably on YouTube, and of course there's plenty of them currently on Instagram. I did do a summary post for that gig, and it's currently up on the Jamiroquai subreddit, so be sure to go by and check that out. I have been a little bit busy at work, so I wasn't able to give my full coverage attention to that thread, but I did update it last night with more pictures, videos, and everything from social media concerning that gig. And let's reflect back. This is the 14th gig so far for the Jamiroquai Automaton Tour, and as I said, it took me, I have been very, very busy trying to make sure you guys all had episodes with summaries and notations of each respective gig since Jamiroquai returned to the live arena sans JK's back injury. But Jamiroquai had been just like just chugging along, doing all these tour dates. And during these last 14 concerts, we had a lot of great moments, a lot of great live streams. For the first time, Jamiroquai started live streaming their gigs on their Jamiroquai HQ Facebook page. I have made a playlist on YouTube of so far the full live streams that have been imported over to YouTube by several fans, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, Jamiroquai just came back strong in late June, early July. And also during this time, they added 4 more tour dates to their Automaton Tour. Basically, back early on, they had to cancel a majority of their Asian tour dates originally because of JK's recurring back injuries. But Jamiroquai made good on promising that they would come back to Japan, and in these 4 new tour dates, or I should say 5 new tour dates, they added onto the Automaton Tour date list. They are coming back to Japan in the month of September, September 15th and 16th, the first gig at the Nippon Budokan in Tokyo, Japan. The first date sold out, so they went ahead and added another tour date. So, and also these new tour dates, Jamiroquai is going to be returning to South America. They're going to be in Venezuela, Argentina, Chile, and they're going to be coming back down there to tour, so that's really cool. I'm sure this was already pre-planned for them to make an announcement of them coming to South America, but you know, JK did say in an interview back during the Forense concert on radio that concerning the North American continent, he wants Jamiroquai to come back touring in the United States sometime in mid to late 2018. As for the Pacific Rim, as for Australia, and I did get a question on a YouTube comment, I believe, or a comment on the Jamiroquai subreddit concerning Jamiroquai coming back to Australia. I would think Jamiroquai might be coming back to Australia sometime in the early to late spring of 2018, because it would make sense for them to go to the South Pacific, tour in Automaton, and then come back and do the United States. So it's up to the band, however their scheduling is, but yeah, also we had a few milestones here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel between July and August. I uploaded my 200th episode of the Jamiroquai Minute, my staple series here on the channel, and it was my total 400th Jamiroquai related video here on my channel, and these are some amazing freaking milestones. And as I said in my video marking this occasion, the 200th episode of the Jamiroquai Minute, thank you to everybody who has supported the channel, who've come from the subreddit, who come to the YouTube channel, and are looking for Jamiroquai news or information and wanted to stay updated on. Thank you so much for coming by and enjoying everything that I've tried to do as an extended arm of all the activity from the Jamiroquai subreddit. And speaking of the Jamiroquai subreddit saw some expansion throughout July and August. The Jamiroquai subreddit after a lot of hard work by me, a lot of long nighters, or late nighters, you might say, I have got the wiki page up and running. I added a full discography and a full videography, and as I said in previous videos, I would like to thank my good friend David Rowe over at the Funkin' site for providing all the information for the wiki page, discography, and videography. Be sure to go to the Funkin' site, check out that site. It is one of the greatest fan sites for Jamiroquai, one of the first ever fan sites. Site has been over there for over 20 years, so be sure to go check it out. But it's all up, and I just a few days ago I added a Rarities page to the wiki page on the Jamiroquai subreddit. And what it's got listings about unreleased songs. It's got the live covers. Almost every live cover Jamiroquai's done over the last 25 years in their live performances of all album eras. I also added God, what else did I also add? This was going to be an expansive video to record, so forgive me if my brain farts here and there. But I also some of the demo sets, like Nick Van Gelder's demos, Stuart Zender's demos, the AFO test pressing. All that information is currently up in the rarity section of the new Jamiroquai, the R Jamiroquai subreddit wiki page. So be sure to go by and check that out. I put a lot of work into it, and I wanted so far the reaction to it have been very, very positive, and I'd like to thank everybody for that. And speaking of social media, the Hashmark Jamiroquai feed during July and August saw a record milestone of over 100,000 pictures and videos of a Jamiroquai relation on Instagram. Thank you to all the Jamiroquai fans for making Instagram one of the most important places to see the latest tour pictures, videos, and thank you for sharing all that stuff of the Jamiroquai relation. As I said about the live streams, Jamiroquai during the months of July and August live streamed about 4 to 5 gigs in their entirety on their Jamiroquai Facebook page. And I have to admit, this when the first live stream went up, it was almost like a surreal moment. I wasn't expecting Jamiroquai to be doing live streams on Facebook of all things, but you know what? It turned out to be absolutely awesome, these live streams. And they couldn't live stream every gig necessarily, but when they did live stream, it was a great time because I was there with my friends from the Jamly, and Jan, John, Claire, everybody, Erica, all my friends. It was really cool sitting there watching the live stream, enjoying Jamiroquai, and talking with my friends conversely on Facebook. But yeah, as I said, there's a playlist. I made a playlist on YouTube of those live streams, so be sure to check those out. Jamiroquai was absolutely on point with their performances. Also, Jamiroquai HQ did run in a competition during these last 2 months, a thing called Jamir Art, where basically they were opening up art submissions of Jamiroquai fan art, and the best pieces of artwork up to I believe it was August 1st was the deadline, would be displayed on the Jamiroquai HQ Facebook page. And sure enough, they picked 3 great pieces of artwork. Congratulations to the people who won this competition, and thank you to all the really highly talented Jamiroquai artist fans out there for sharing their artwork on the Jamiroquai Twitter account and on the Jamiroquai Facebook page. Also, we had a release of a 3rd single from Jamiroquai's album Automaton during the last 2 months. Superfresh was the 3rd single, and during that time, periodically we had 3 separate official remixes come out for this single. The first remix, of course, was I actually discovered it about a few weeks prior to it being announced as the official remix, but we had remixes from Aller Heldens, we had a remix from Franc Moody, we had a remix from Solomun. And yeah, it was a really good, and not to mention we had the 3rd music video, which was already, I reported, was in the works, but the 3rd music video for Superfresh was put up on YouTube during this time, and it was a pretty cool music video. Yeah, it was sansing, there was no JK, but still, it was a very good music video. So give me a second to catch up on my stuff. Also, we saw a new influx of Jamiroquai merchandise on the Jamiroquai store on the British side and on the American store side. Lots of new Superfresh t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, posters. Apparently there's a poster. I didn't see the poster. But a poster and lots and lots of cool new merchandise. So be sure to go to the Jamiroquai store on the official Jamiroquai website at jamiroquai.com or jamiroquai.co.uk for UK fans to check out all this new merchandise. And just yesterday they added a new military hat onto the merchandise list, which ironically was being worn by Vivian Hazel and the other backup singers of Jamiroquai for the last few tour dates since Jamiroquai came back to touring in late June, early July. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news I can. Pretty much all the news. I did make a mega summary post in regards to the Automaton Tour. I had made a super mega post on the Jamiroquai subreddit with every summary post that I did for the last 14 Jamiroquai gigs. So be sure to check out that post on the Jamiroquai subreddit for every specific summary post if you missed a gig and want to catch up on pictures, videos, live streams, what have you, of all these great tour dates. Everything that I mentioned in this Jamiroquai minute is, as always, in the description of this video down below. These video, just reflecting on this and all the milestones of the last 2 months. This has been an amazing time for Jamiroquai fans. An amazing album with an amazing tour with amazing stuff happening, and a lot of reconnection between Jamly members because of this album. And I'm sure Jamiroquai is going to be ramping up the touring probably in the next year. Jamiroquai has still got a lot of tour dates to go for this year, all the way up to December. But the next 2 tour dates, as I said, Jamiroquai is going to be at the Nippon Budokan in Tokyo, Japan, September 15th and 16th. Tickets apparently are sold out for both gigs. So to all the Jamiroquai fans in Japan, get ready for an amazing experience, because Jamiroquai have just killed it on this tour. The set list evolving too. We've seen a few live debuts of further Automaton tracks, from Summer Girl to We Can Do It to Something About You and a few others. But I still want Vitamin. Please debut Vitamin, please, Jamiroquai. Please debut Vitamin. And that same emotion shared with some of my fellow Jamiroquai fans. But I am slightly rambling right now. Oh, and one more piece of news. The 10K Lumen hat, which I reported in the last 2 episodes about the Jamiroquai Minute, there is a replica hat that was made by a very good group of engineers, which will be going on sale apparently pre-order at the end of August. It's from a company called 10K Lumen, and it's a full functional Automaton Jamiroquai hat with the blades. It's going to be running about $420, which is pretty cheap, and it will be offering free worldwide shipping. So be sure to check out the related posts on Facebook at 10K Lumen to pre-order your hat if you've got the money to burn to get a Automaton replica hat with the working blades and lights and everything. So get ready to blind your friends with it. So that's pretty much it for right now. Check the description description area of this video, as always, for all the links to everything that I discussed. And of course, we'll be recording more Jamiroquai minutes when they're needed, when the news musters it. So be on the lookout for more Jamiroquai Minute episodes over the next few months as the Automaton Tour chucks on to Japan, and then to a few more European dates, and then back to the UK to make up the O2 Arena shows, and of course they're coming to South America before the end of the year. So that's pretty much everything for now. This is JamiroFan2000, and again, I apologize for the infrequency of videos here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel. I've been very busy at work, and I've done my best to record videos for all of you, so you get to be informed and up to date on everything happening with Jamiroquai and the Automaton Tour and the Automaton album. As always, this is JamiroFan2000, and I'll see you again really soon with another Jamiroquai Minute. Bye, everybody.